Many of us live with a dream, a belief that achieving more will lead to happiness. Whether it's fame, wealth, or success, we convince ourselves that fulfillment lies just beyond the next goal. But is this really the case? Let's step back and explore this more deeply. Imagine achieving fame overnight. Suddenly, you have everything you thought you wanted: admiration, influence, wealth. But what happens next? Privacy disappears, replaced by the constant pressure to remain relevant. How do I maintain this? What people lose interest? In today's world, where fame is fleeting and everyone chases their moment in the spotlight, being well-known can feel more like a prison than freedom. Do you truly believe that someone struggling to find food is less happy than a superstar flying in their private jet? When the person with little finally sits down to share a modest meal with their family, they may experience more joy and connection than someone surrounded by luxury but plagued by emptiness. Why? Because happiness isn't about what you have. It's about how you experience your true self. This perspective resonates deeply with Taoism. It teaches that the way to peace is not through striving, but through letting go. Taoism urges us to live like water, flowing naturally and seeking the lowest place, the humble path. Water doesn't compete or resist. It simply adapts to its surroundings, moving with the natural rhythm of life. In the same way, when we stop striving to climb higher and higher, we begin to find freedom in simplicity and acceptance. Think about this. Do you truly believe that Bill Gates is happier than a Buddhist monk? On the surface, it may seem like he is. With his billions, he can travel anywhere, buy anything, and influence the world. But with that comes responsibility, stress, and a constant awareness of how fragile it all is. The monk, on the other hand, unshackled by material wealth, has no legacy to safeguard and nothing to lose. He finds joy in the present moment, in simplicity, in the quiet wisdom of a life lived in harmony with the natural flow of the Tao. Taoism reminds us that striving creates tension. When we chase after something, we're out of alignment with life's natural flow. It states, the more you grab at the world, the less you have. This paradox lies at the heart of our struggles. The harder we try to hold on to wealth, fame, or even happiness, the more elusive they become. True contentment arises not from having, but from letting go of attachments and embracing life as it is. Happiness, however, does not come without suffering. This is a universal truth, reflected in many spiritual traditions. In Sufi teachings, for an example, remind us that through suffering comes relief. Pain is not something to avoid at all costs. It is a teacher, a guide that deepens our capacity for joy and understanding. To truly find relief, we must stop running from pain. We must sit with it, allow ourselves to feel it fully, and embrace it as a vital part of the human experience. Sufism, like Taoism, acknowledges that suffering carves the depths of the soul, creating space for profound peace. There is a place within you, beyond the reach of suffering, where you can rest. But this rest is only accessible if you have faced your pain and accepted it. When you resist suffering, you also resist the wisdom and growth it offers. But to find that place, you must first travel through the valleys of hardship, allowing the experience to shape and transform you. Taoism beautifully complements this idea. The world is in constant flux: birth and death, joy and sorrow, success and failure. These cycles are not to be feared. The Tao teaches us to accept impermanence as the nature of life. It is through this acceptance that we discover peace. Hardship and ease are not opposites, but partners in life's dance. As the Tao Te Ching reminds us, difficult and easy complement each other. Long and short define each other. There is no light without darkness. Even the wealthiest, most successful person cannot escape suffering. Nothing in this world is permanent, and it is precisely in facing this impermanence that we begin to glimpse the peace that lies beyond it. The Taoist principle of Wu Wei, or effortless action, teaches that life flows most smoothly when we align ourselves with its natural rhythm, instead of resisting or forcing our way through it. When we stop searching for happiness in external achievements or possessions, we begin to see the truth. Happiness is not something to be pursued. It arises naturally when we are fully present, fully alive, and fully in harmony with the flow of life. Taoism shows us that simplicity, humility, and acceptance are not weaknesses, but strengths. They are the keys to a deep and lasting contentment. So, the next time you find yourself chasing something, pause and ask, is this truly the key to my freedom, or is freedom found in letting go? Perhaps the answer lies in being like water flowing naturally. Let yourself settle into the quiet depths rather than chasing the noise above. As Rumi reminds us, there is a place within you where suffering cannot reach, where you can rest. But that rest is earned, not through striving, but through surrendering to the natural rhythm of life. The purpose of this message isn't to suggest you give away all your possessions or strive to become a Buddhist monk who has freed themselves from ego. Quite the opposite. It's about breaking free from the patterns of thought and programming society has instilled in you. Let go of the idea that freedom from anxiety lies in reaching the next goal. Because all you'll achieve is becoming someone else, trading your current anxieties for new, perhaps even greater, problems. Step out of your thoughts, not by trying to escape them, but by simply being present. Spend time in nature. Cuddle your dog or your children. Sit alone without any stimulation and feel whatever it is your body feels for a moment. Whether your life is extraordinary or marked by deep depression, recognize this. It's perfect. It's exactly what you need right now.